Welcome to episode 7 of the Heart of Bastrop Talk Show. I'm TJ Johnson.
And I'm Connie Schroeder, the mayor of Bastrop.
We have 2 great guests today. So we have Alysa Johnson with the Good Shepherd Learning School.
And we've got Patricia Rendulic with the Lost Pines Art Center. I'm excited about the show. 2 lovely ladies to tell us some more wonderful things about Bastrop County.
Absolutely. So I have Alysa Johnson with Good Shepherd Lutheran School. So thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So can you give us a little bit of history, because you now have the Lutheran School, but you've been around for a long time under another name.
Yes, so Little Sheep Learning Center opened in 2011. We started as a Mother's Day Out, and then I came on board back in 2015, October 2015. Had roughly around 64 children. Now we operate 115 children in the preschool with a summer camp as well as an after-school program, and we've recently branched out into private elementary education, serving grades kinder through 2nd grade and then adding subsequent grades each year.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
So you were telling me that school starts August 15th, and this will be the first year for you to have 3rd graders.
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of things are you having to do at the school to get ready for 3rd graders?
Well, we'll have to definitely add our curriculum platform, make sure that we continue supplementing that. We'll have to make sure our faith development program supports 3rd grade, make sure that we have to add staff as our school grows. And so we're looking for certified teachers. We've been blessed with certified teachers that also have their master's degree in education. So we're looking to have more members join our team in that capacity.
So if somebody's looking for a job and has an interest, what do they need to do?
Contact me directly. They can go 512-988-1778.
Okay, you have to say that slower.
Okay.
Tell them again so they'll know how to contact you.
512-988-1778.
Terrific. And do you guys have a website as well?
We do. It's www.gslsbastrop.com.
Right, great. And so right now, you already have children enrolled already?
Yes,
and
yes.
So,
we've already started kinder through 2nd grade.
Great. And what's your enrollment right now? Do you know roughly how many children?
Mm-hmm. We have 11 children now, and then we've added at least that for our next year growing in.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. So you there's 11 children, so your teacher ratio is really low then, right?
It's very low, and that's one of the things that we really hope to set us apart, is to keep smaller ratios so our children can really get that individualized attention as they're growing and working in our program.
It's great. And where exactly are you guys located?
We're on the frontage road off of 71, headed east. A good landmark is right before the Dairy Queen in Bastrop, and we are behind the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. So,
great. And so can you give everyone your physical address, just in case? I know if you're like me, I need a GPS for everything.
Yeah.
So
it's
great.
202 Highway 71 West, Bastrop, Texas.
Great. And so I'm just trying to wrap my mind around. So you started, you had the preschool to start with, and that's been around since, you said, 2011?
Yes.
And what's your enrollment? Do you know the enrollment for the preschool? Just trying to get a feeling.
115 children. And we start at 6 weeks old. So the goal is to become a 6-week school that goes all the way up until 6th grade with growth plans to possibly support beyond that.
That's a pretty incredible thing to have that locally. And, a lot of people may not know this is available. I know we have Bastrop's a growing area. We've talked about this before on the show. They're building 800 new homes behind the Hampton Inn alone, not counting all the other, subdivisions that are popping up. And the schools will probably be a little more crowded than they even are now. So that's a great opportunity.
And we know that communities thrive where educational options exist. So we want to make sure that we're a part of that growth, and just give families the opportunity for this Christian educational option in Bastrop.
Nice.
So speaking of those options, I know you guys are associated with the Lutheran Church. Does someone have to be a member of the church to be registered at the school? You might want to explain that to make sure.
No, you don't have to be registered or a member of Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. Anyone can join Good Shepherd Lutheran School or Little Sheep Learning Center. We do encourage, obviously, the families to attend church because we do have a really good working relationship. We do a lot of events that include the church members as well as the school as we continue to grow together.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? You said you guys do a lot of events. So in my mind, my question is, how would this school differ from public school? I mean, what sets that apart?
Well, the biggest is going to be the faith development. We start our day off with religion. We have religion throughout our day. It's something that we really serve our children spiritually. We walk in the Word of God every single day. And then we equal that with our academics. So our children are served both spiritually and academically. And so that's just something that we carry with us. We pray before each meal. If we have problems in the classroom, we're able to pray about it right in that moment and just speak about and relate everyday occurrences with Bible stories and how we can apply that in our everyday walk.
That's great. And so you said you do events with the church body. So can you tell me maybe something you've done in the past or maybe something you have planned for the future?
So we do several kids and family worship where we'll practice during chapel with our preschool as well as our school. And then we'll bring them to the congregation on Sunday and we'll have a family and kids worship time. We did a Groundhog's Day event. We'll do a July 4th event together. And so every quarter or so we'll get together and do big events that encourage the families that are in our schools to attend the church so we can continue to build those relationships.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Something that really draws the your whole community into that. I know. Just out of curiosity, what your church itself, the Lutheran Church, what's their attendance? You know what I mean? I know that's a pretty big church, right?
It is. I think that they on a normal it's 65 to 70 would be their attendance, or on their roster, I believe.
It's in a great area. I'm wondering how, or even if it will that construction, the building a new bridge, that's not going to affect your area.
I don't think it will because we're right off the feeder road. So that construction is a little bit farther down from us.
Good. Well,
currently, it affects the turnaround. But
yeah, I tell you, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait till that. I live in Tahitian, so that Lover's Lane there, I'm so excited not to have to do that jaunt up onto the freeway that it's like pray. That's when I need the church, is when I'm praying that I make it up on that freeway for an 18-wheeler.
Right.
But yeah, that's in a great little location. So how, I'm assuming that private schools don't and I may be wrong, Mayor, private schools, they don't have school buses like a traditional school.
No, but we do have transportation at the school. And so we are able to take field trips. We're able to take children to cross-country events. We're doing UIL events.
That's great.
Right. And we interleague with a lot of other private Lutheran schools to bring these services to our children. So they're having that full school experience. So they're having those opportunities to interleague with other schools and build friendships as the children continue to grow together. And so we do have a van that we are able to transport children to and from, but the parents do drop the children off and pick them up every day.
Well, if you're going to drop off, that's a great location, right? Because you're right there off 71. You drop the kids off, you hop on and head to Austin or here in Bastrop or wherever you work. So that's
very convenient.
Definitely convenient. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I know we have a lot of working families, and you mentioned that there was after school. What's the hours of your after school?
So we actually offer before and after school for our commuter families. So we open at 6:30 with our morning, and then we have an after school from 3:30 to 6:30. And then on the days off, so like MLK Day, Columbus Day, President's Day, where other ISDs or schools may observe those days and are off, the school observes those days, but the camp picks up care for those days. So working families don't have to find other coverage those days, which is huge.
That can be a frantic time.
Yes,
if you find out that there's a school holiday and you need to be at work and you don't know what to do with the kids, so that allows the kids to stay in the same environment and with their friends.
Yes, and
do you do fun things on those days?
Absolutely. So we work with the teaching staff as well as the after-school staff and the camp counselors. So they still have, if they're working on a certain concept, sight words, science, social studies, we can kind of carry that out in a fun way in the after-school and the summer camp program. So the children still get reinforced, but it's on a much funner, kind of laid-back level. Technology, Chromebooks, all those things are happening in our programs as well, and the parents know and can have peace of mind. It's huge for parents that are working, is having peace of mind where their children are.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited that you came to talk with us.
Thank you.
And so, will you give the viewers one more time the name of your website so they can go on and take a look at that?
We are Good Shepherd Lutheran School, www.gslsbastrop.com.
Perfect. And so next up, we have Sarie WIngenfeld, who is at the school getting a tour with you.
Yes.
So let's take a look at that. And thanks again.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
You're invited to the second annual Bastrop County Bridal Extravaganza, March 27th through the 29th at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Bastrop, a 3-day event full of fun and prizes, sponsored by Craig's Jewelry. Visit online at craigsjewelry.com. The weekend starts off with a cocktail mixer, Friday, March 27th from 7 to 9, followed by the bridal scavenger hunt on Saturday, March 28th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can pick up your cards at the front desk of the Hampton Inn for a chance to win thousands of prizes. The Bridal Extravaganza show is Sunday, March 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. There'll be vendors, a runway show, food and fun, and lots of door prizes. The best part is it's all free. Pre-register online to win additional prizes at bastropbrides.com and pick up your free tickets.
Hi, I'm Sarie WIngenfeld.
Alysa Johnson.
It's really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And so you invited us here today to give us a tour of your private campus, Christian private school.
Yes,
correct?
absolutely. Yeah,
For
Good Shepherd
elementary-
Lutheran School.
Okay, and this is for elementary students and preschool, correct?
Yep, so we have a preschool, and then we offer kinder, and next year we're adding third grade. So kinder, first, second, and then third grade for next year.
That's great.
And we'll be adding subsequent grades each year as we grow. Growth plans include up to sixth grade.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Yes.
So, and then hopefully sixth grade forward, maybe we can move to another, and we can open that as well, because of course I think middle school age
Absolutely.
children and Christian base is really like kind of a great time to kind of open that up too. So I hope that you kind of have more to offer even as
We're
well as you
willing to
grow.
do this as much as the community will wrap their hands around it. So I'm born and raised Bastrop. My children grew up in this community, so I'm definitely invested in doing whatever I can to improve the educational options that are available for families in this community.
Perfect. And so I think that a lot of people don't even know that this is here, which is why we're here today.
Yes.
To let you all know that there is a nice Christian-based private school option, an alternative for you to send your children to school. And especially those young years where you're really kind of afraid to let your babies loose out in the world, and then instead you have this place that you know and love and can trust.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm excited to see and get a nice grand tour.
Sure.
Okay. So this is your sanctuary, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And so does the school, do the children come in here during the day, once a week, ever?
We attend here on Wednesday mornings for our religious education chapel, but we spend a lot of time in here worshiping God and practicing our chapel etiquette and just using the different Bible stories that we learned to develop the children's moral compass. So there's many opportunities that we come in here as the school and
Great.
also the preschool.
Wonderful. And then this is also where you, I assume, hold your Sunday Mass.
Yes, yes.
Which everybody, the public, is invited to come and join you, correct?
Yes, we invite the public to come in every 10 a.m. on Sunday to join the children. We have kids in worship family services that happen every quarter just to continue to bridge the community gap with the school and
Sure.
allow for more community involvement.
Absolutely. And then you were telling me something about there also, the public is invited for Wednesday evenings, correct, during the season of Lent?
Yes, correct. Yeah, so every Wednesday now we have a Lent prayer on Wednesdays at 6:30. We serve a light dinner and we invite community, we invite our families. We have pick and prayer every Wednesday that Pastor Travis leads. Where the families are picking up their children and he's praying with the families, and we encourage anyone to come to that so they can start joining those services with their child.
Sure.
And forming those relationships, because it's so incredibly important to have that experience.
Right. And then like you said, it also does create a bridge to the school, so they can come here, kind of find a home here, see if it's a good fit for them, because of course church is really important, and I feel like it's your church family. You're really creating a church family, and so it's really a great opportunity for the public to come in here and meet this church family and see if it's a good opportunity for their child to now start coming and joining the schools.
Yes, and Pastor Travis does a phenomenal job at teaching the children. He uses a lot of music to teach the children, and so we've really seen the fruits of his labor go into what the children are saying and they're doing, and
How fun.
their approach to everything. And we want to be the fourth pillar in families' lives. They have their home, they have their school, they have their church.
and we have their community. So we look to just kind of fill that circle in for the family, so they have all of it here.
Sure, that's great. I love that, and I really love that that you brought up that he brings like music and song, because that is so important for worship and learning, especially with the younger kids. Yes. They love to, I mean, my kids love singing and learning, and this is just, it's such a great way to, kind of get over this hurdle sometimes where they're frustrated and they can't learn this word or what have you.
Right.
And then song just kind of opens it all up for them. And
it does.
So that's really...
It puts all the pieces together. And even the adults, we're all singing it with the children too. So it makes for a very fun week.
Sure, I love that. Okay, great. And so the school is behind us, correct?
Yes, yeah.
And would we be able to get like a sneak peek at some of the classrooms?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
So what, this is a typical classroom for you, correct?
Classroom, yes.
And what grade is this?
This is kinder.
This is kinder?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
It makes me want to just start all over again.
Yes.
Myself.
Yes.
So this is so fun and cute, and look at their little drawings. I just love it. And it really looks like they're being taught everything about the presidents, their current presidents, our founding forefathers.
Yes.
Everything as a traditional school would teach. It just is incorporating the Word of God and kind of more of a higher level of moral compass, correct?
Correct, yeah. So our mission is distinguish academics in a Christ-centered environment. So one of the things that we were very serious about when we started this, that we're not going to compromise on academics by offering a faith-based school. We want parents to know they're being served both equally. So we've hired certified teachers. We're actually lucky enough that both of them have their masters as well in education. So they are serving our children very much academically, but also spiritually. So our children are being fed both.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. And so is it a longer school day, shorter?
No.
Same?
8 to 3:30 is our school day. We offer before care. We offer after school care.
Okay.
And we also offer care on school days out. So Columbus Day, MLK Day, spring break, winter break, we're here providing service for the working families.
Wow, that's really neat, because I know that as a working mother, the school, my kids' daycare is out, but I still have to go to work. And
Correct.
then, that leaves parents at the scramble of, which one's going to take the day off? Well, neither of them can. Now they're trying to find a babysitter. With y'all, it's just
peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Exactly.
Peace of mind, yeah.
And then the after school care too.
Yes.
So
and
then they're staying at the same place.
Yeah,
They don't even have to get on a bus and travel to said place over here. They're just home all day, playing with the same friends, having fun with the same people, until their mom and dad come and pick them up.
Right. And the really great thing about that is if they need homework to work on or they need some extra help in certain areas, our teachers just deliver that straight to our after school counselor and say, okay, Johnny needs to work on sight words, or, Billy needs to work extra on his multiplication. We can transfer that immediately to our after school teacher, and we can continue working on for extra enrichment in the afternoon.
That's great. So as opposed to having to hire an outside tutor, it's just right here.
It streamlines the communication.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the same people that they're familiar with too, I feel like. So
Absolutely.
That's kind of, it just makes it even more easy of a transition for the children to learn.
Yes.
That's great. That's so awesome. That's a really great idea too. I love this concept. It's actually, it's really, it's wise. Yes. Smart people to teach smart children. So I'm a little wiggly kid, right?
Yes, of course.
And, going from just playing and being carefree all day to now being forced to sit in a classroom for however many 8 hours a day for all intents and purposes, and learn how to read and write and do math and these things really can be quite unsettling for a lot of kids. And
overwhelming.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I feel like... that's a whole nother subject that I probably should not even embark on. But sometimes I think diagnoses are being given, and really it's just typical children behavior.
Sure.
Without getting too much into detail about that whole debate.
Absolutely.
But you and this school provides these fun little...
we offer several accommodations to just accommodate children that might be overactive in certain areas or might just need a little extra help wiggling around, but also focusing and doing their work. Children are learning, whether they're sitting here with their pencil just looking straight at it, or whether they're wiggling or not. They're hearing,
Sure.
they're listening, they're learning, they're applying everything that you're saying.
Oh, and in fact, I think that it actually allows for them to concentrate a little bit more.
Correct.
If they're a little bit fidgety and they're allowed to do this and stuff. Even as an adult, there are times when I'm thinking really hard on said project that's right in front of me.
Right.
And I'm doing this.
Right.
You know, and that's when I'm concentrating the most, is when I'm kind of shaking my leg.
Absolutely.
And so y'all allow that.
And we
in
know
fact,
that about children, so
Right.
we encourage it and we
Sure.
accommodate for them so they have that outlet and they can still get their work done.
That is so
Yeah.
cool. And these two right
Yes,
here,
of
correct?
course. Uh-huh.
So they sit and like, it's
Our swivel chairs, yes.
And so, just out of curiosity, is it sort of like you assign, so if I'm at this desk and you know I'm a wiggly kid, then I just automatically get these pads?
We got them for all the children. They all wanted them.
They can just get up and go grab it if they're
Correct.
feeling a little wiggly?
Free choice.
Now, how about if now I'm feeling extra wiggly and I want one of these chairs? Do I just raise my hand and say,
We've got
Miss
plenty to go
Teacher,
around.
may I please call and grab one of these chairs? And go ahead, little Miss Sarie.
Yeah.
Pat on the head, get back to schoolwork.
Yes.
I love that. That's such a brilliant concept, and I think that I really hope that a lot of people see this and maybe start considering incorporating it, you know,
More.
elsewhere and everywhere, because this is, I think, a very cutting edge and revolutionary and incredibly intelligent
Appreciate that.
for you to do, and allow the kids to be kids, but
Yes.
still learn and explore and be brilliant.
Meet them on the level. Sometimes it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. Yes. Great. For the win.
Yeah.
And now for my favorite subject, of course, lunch.
Yes. Mine as well.
Yeah, yours as well. Good. We're going to get along great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the nutrition, the value of that's something that's really, really important to me. I find is something that a lot of parents are super concerned when they send their children to school.
Yes.
What is the nutrition value that they're going to be receiving while their child is away if they choose to? Is it lunch is included in the tuition, or
It's an add-on package. So for
Gotcha.
$50 a month, they can add on the package of lunch. And actually it includes breakfast at 7:30, a lunch, and then 2 snacks. So $50 a month covers their entire meals while they're
Oh
here.
my gosh, my kids eat way more than
Yes.
$50
Yes.
a month in food. So
Yeah.
that's incredible.
And a lot of the children here are requesting the food at home. So parents are asking us for the recipes. They want to know. We have a chef that prepares our meals. Her name's Heather Duckworth.
Wow.
And she is our nutritionist, and she comes in and she cooks our meals every day. So you're not going to find warmed up casseroles and beef jerky and Lay's chips.
Right.
You're going to find chef prepared meals. So we're going to have beef,
great.
broccoli and cheese casserole with chicken. We're
Right.
going to have chicken, wild rice and chicken breasts. We're going to have turkey sliders. We use ground turkey in place of ground beef sometimes. There's all
Yes.
types of accommodations that we make, vegetables, fruits. We work with the food program. So that's USDA. We're required to provide different proteins, breads, milks. We're required to provide every single element of the meal plan to the children every day. So it's something that we take very serious, because we know if our children are fed nutritionally,
Yes.
they're also going to perform better throughout their day.
Well, you are what you eat. And
Yes.
that is incredible. Like, that is something that is, I mean, invaluable, right? Knowing that you're having that peace of mind of knowing that your children are gone, and then as an exhausted mother, father who is working, not working, staying at home, what a relief. That peace of mind knowing your child is gone.
Yes.
2 meals out of the day is just completely taken care of. And I have to say that, like, when my children were in a traditional school, they would come home complaining that because they wanted chips and things like that. I packed a lunch because
Right.
nutrition is huge for me. I study nutrition, like,
Okay.
to a T. So it's when I say it's a big deal to me, it's
a big deal.
huge deal to me.
Yeah.
And so I would pack my lunch, and of course my kids would be sitting there eating their, like, carrot sticks and organic apples, and
Right.
there's,
Yeah.
whole grain, delicious homemade bread sandwiches, and they'd be watching their friends eat chips and cookies.
Right.
And it really created a big thing in my family, and it was
Right.
it was not awesome,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Sure.
And so knowing that you don't offer junk food, it's
No.
literally high
No,
nutrition.
if something
based
comes in
meals.
here that's not on our meal plan, it's brought in by the parents. It's not something we're ever going to provide for them. We want to make sure our children are being fed nutritionally well to well round them out throughout their day.
Yeah.
And we also encourage parents to come in and eat with their child as well. So on every Friday or any day of the week, a parent can drop in and just have lunch with their child. It's something we encourage, family style lunch.
So great.
Yes.
Because, and again, like I've noticed when my kids were in school, it was almost like this, you're not allowed.
Right.
Parent,
That's the relationship value you get with us.
Yeah.
We're a family. We're an extension of their family, and we want to be that. We want to be that part in their life. We want to know what's good, bad. We want to know how we can help. We want to serve. That's the biggest part of what we do is we want to serve.
Wow. Serving great food, serving healthy children, serving healthy minds, body and soul. I love it. That's really great. And then the family and the whole, I love that you're really kind of imploring the parents to come in and be involved in their kids' academic life.
We want them here.
That's huge. That's such a huge ordeal. I love it. So, and then there's an outside program that y'all have as well. This is like kind of the after school where they get to go outside and play, and as long as they're not getting the extra help that they're required.
Well, they do both. It includes an outdoor play time when they get here. When they're coming from school or when they're exiting out of the school, we give them some time to kind of just defrag a little bit, chill out and calm down and run and get their sillies out. And then we come in, we offer an organized homework time. And so we're providing on-site services for that. So if a child needs help with a question, if a child's needing help with this, we're there to provide that for the children. We make sure it gets done. Right. And then after that, we have organized activities for the children to do.
Great. All right, let's go take a look. So what is this room?
This is our after-school program.
Okay. This is your after-school program for what ages?
Kinder through 5th grade.
Kinder through 5th grade.
Yes.
That's great. And so this is where they come in and this is where they do their art and things along those lines?
So they'll come in, they'll have a snack right after school, and then they'll go into outside time to get their wigglies out. They've had a long day of work, right? Their work. And then when they get done with their work, they'll have an outdoor time, and then we come in, we get right away and organize homework time. And so they're sitting down, they're quiet, they're doing their teacher assigned homework, whatever was given to them. We circle around, make sure they're doing it, make sure they're completing it. When parents go home, they want to be parents. They want to be a family. Right. They don't want to spend their whole day at work, get here at 6:30, and then have to go home and do an hour bit of homework as well. So we knock that out of the park for them. We want to make sure that's done to the parents' liking, and then we send them home so they can have family time. They can eat dinner together as a family and not worry about this. Right. And then we break into some other organized activities after that.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day and away from your favorite little munchkins in the whole wide world, I'm sure, to give me this tour. But I'm really excited that you did, because we're able to let the community know that you're here and all of these amazing programs that you have to offer. So just to kind of brush up, it is a private Christian-based school. They have the highest quality education.
100% TEKS-aligned curriculum.
Correct. Great nutrition. And then all of these extra things that you have to offer, like the after school care, you get their homework done for them, even with them. So that way when they go home, they can just be with their family, be kids, and transition into just family life. And they don't have to come home, and parents don't need to come home and worry about, oh my gosh, I have to spend an hour doing my child's homework with them now. And I've had a long, stressful day, and now I'm kind of gotta do this now with them too. I mean, I feel like that's just one extra thing that parents have to deal with that maybe sometimes creates an almost negativity around it sometimes, because parents are tired. You know, we are, and I have 6 kids, and I've
got 4.
And I mean, I love them. They're the whole world to me, of course. I mean, obviously, but there are times where I'm exhausted and I'm beat, and I really just don't want to have to deal with coming home from a long day and, okay, now let's sit down and back to work again, kiddos.
Well, it's that mindset that we're all in this together. What could Good Shepherd Lutheran School do to make this all work, right? Little Sheep, what can Little Sheep do to make this all work? And that's how we live through our day. And that's what we've translated into Good Shepherd Lutheran School.
But I just think that that's really amazing, to allow the families to just be families and go have at it, have fun, do the cuddles, do the games, eat dinner, have a family dinner, enjoy one another's and love on one another, as opposed to time to work again. I just think that's great. And it's priceless. It really is. But speaking of cost, and again, as a mother of 6 children, I would be really concerned, because when I hear the word private school, not that you can put any monetary value on a child's education, obviously, but we do live in the real world where, unfortunately, money, we got a little sheep behind us. Money is something that is sort of a factor into things when people make their decisions.
Of course.
And so, what is the tuition?
The tuition is $725 a month.
$725.
$725 a month, and that includes the academic day. It includes safe and secure buildings. We've got video surveillance building 24 hours. We've got security codes. There's only one entrance and one exit to the building. So you're talking about a safe and secure environment for your child. You're talking about energized, engaged teachers that are certified. That's huge.
Right.
You're talking about a ratio of 1 to 5, 1 to 7 in the classrooms, where these women are used to working with 26, 27 children by themselves. Right. So you're basically getting a private tutor, right, in the classroom. And you're also like-minded, right? You're on the very ground level of this. We're on year 1, starting year 2. Our families are very involved in what we do. I'm very available to hear what they have, what's working, what's not working.
Sure.
So we can build this together to meet the needs of this community. That's our goal. We want to add value to the Bastrop community, and that's what we're going to do.
I love that. Yes, it is what you're going to do. And does that $725 encompass the after school, or is that an additional, these things are add-ons?
So the chef plan is add-on, the after school is add-on.
Okay.
What's included is yoga. We offer yoga. We offer a MAS, which is math and science technology programming. It's STEM. It's our answer to basically science and social studies needing to be more TEKS aligned. And then the full day is what the 725 takes care of. And we do UIL, we do cross country. We leave here to interleague with other schools. There's so much happening at Good Shepherd Lutheran School that makes it such a well-rounded school that it almost takes the conversation of cost off the table.
Right.
Because you're getting such a value for your child when you can send them off into life being served spiritually and academically, that they have that moral compass. So when they face things out in the world, it makes every penny worth it.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely, I can hear that, that's for sure. And then so for somebody who has like us who have a lot of kids,
Sure.
Is there like a sibling like discount?
There are sibling discounts and there are opportunities for scholarships. We have both of those in our school right now. It is a case-by-case basis, and we do review it as a board, but it's something that we do offer, and we do acknowledge that. And through the legislation right now, there is some conversation about vouchers, and once that does get to us, we offer subsidies in our preschool. We have children that come here on help by the government. We will absolutely add that to our school program once that does pass the legislation.
Right. Okay, that's great. Well, these are really good alternatives. So yeah, I mean, so really you have all these programs to offer for people who are like, well, I'm just too broke to even be able to think about something like that.
Right.
You're saying, no, please do give us a call.
Give us a call. Give us an opportunity. It's always worth a shot. It's always worth a conversation.
Sure.
I mean, we do have to pay our teachers and pay for the great things we offer. But it's not something that I want people to come in. I want them to talk. I want them to learn about us. We don't know. Tomorrow, this voucher program could come out, and I could offer it to 5 people if I know that they exist.
Right.
And I know they're interested in us. Right. So it's really important to have those conversations with me. And most of my families know here, and the people that know me know, I'm a phone call away, and I want to know what they're looking for. How can I help them? And if I don't have the answer, I will find out the answer for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you've said it multiple times. Like, how can Lutheran School serve you?
Yes.
And one of the things that I would definitely, like you would love to probably invite everybody on down for the Wednesday prayers throughout Lent.
Yes.
And come check it out and see for yourself.
At 6:30, yep.
And 6:30, and see if this might be something. If you're interested right now, definitely plan for one of these next Wednesdays to come on down to this church and at least do the church part of things, and then maybe you can take a tour and have a nice extensive conversation from
And
there.
then on chapels on Wednesday mornings at 10:45 here at the church, we definitely encourage the community to come and see what faith development looks like at Good Shepherd Lutheran School. It's very impressive.
Yay. All right, great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
appreciate
really
you.
I appreciate it. Wonderful.
Our next guest is Patricia Rendulic with the Lost Pines Arts Center. We are so excited to have you, and you've got a couple great events coming up. Why don't you tell us about your events?
Well, thank you for having me. We have 2 events coming up, and the first one is our Art Immersion, which is our art conference, and that is March 19th through 21st. We have 15 offerings, various classes, anything from painting to mosaics to glass blowing, woodworking, and even tango lessons.
So if somebody wants to do that, do they buy a ticket for the whole thing, or do you buy for classes, or tell us how that works?
This year we have the classes a la carte. And that way you can sign up for a beginner class that includes all of the supplies, a master class. We've got some of the best teachers from Texas coming down, and you can try your hand at a variety of things. And we're additionally in this time frame, we're doing 2 of our healing arts classes, which are for the veterans, first responders, active military, and their families. And that's going to be glass blowing and woodworking.
So is that all day and night? What are the hours of that?
It's 3 full days of classes. Some of the classes are 2 hours, some of them are 2 days, some of them are 3 days. So it's something for everyone.
Everybody can find something they're interested
Absolutely.
in. What a great way to try something new, like the mosaic class. Is there a beginning mosaics class?
There's a beginning mosaics class, and then there's a master series. And the master series, I just spoke with the instructor this afternoon, and she says it's for any level. She teaches. She's well known throughout Texas with public art mosaics. We're very glad to have her.
That is fantastic. And then you said 2 events. I know what the other one is, and it's a fun one. I like to go to it.
The other event is our annual spring gala. It is on April 19th. It is a garden party. It's during the day, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. It is, if you haven't done it, you have to. It's a fun event. It's outside and inside. We've always had beautiful weather, and we're going to have it this year. I already know that.
Yes.
Claim it. We claim.
And you have to go to it. You wear hats. There's a fine art auction. If you've never seen one of those, you have to add that to your bucket list.
That sounds like a lot of fun to me. So you said there's hats. So does everybody wear a different spring hat? Is that how it kind of wear?
It started out the first year with a couple of people wearing hats. Up to last year, everyone, men and women, were wearing hats.
Wow, that's fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. So what happens at this event? So you do the art auction. Excuse me. Is there it's a luncheon, or can you kind of tell me how?
We have refreshments. It's just a relaxed garden party. We have beverages and refreshments. There's a silent auction. There's a live auction. You get to mingle with a lot of friends, artists, and it's our fundraiser.
Nice. And so if the audience wants tickets, how do they go to your website? How would they get tickets for that? And then the art immersion, I'm assuming they're both on the website?
They're both on our website. The art immersion is under our classes, and the gala is on the front page, but it's also under our gala page. And our website is www.lostpinesartcenter.org.
That's wonderful. I know I've been to a few events at the Art Center, several things actually, and it's a beautiful building. Everything I've been to there, I loved it. I'm sure I know we've ran
Spent
into
quite a bit of
each other.
time
Yeah.
there, and it's an award-winning building. You want to talk about that at all?
It has won several awards. If you've been in the building, you can see the windows and the structure. It's mirrored after the original building, which was a 100-year-old cottonseed mill, but it's a modern.
Wow.
So it's modern, but rustic, industrial, but contemporary.
Which explains why it's won so many awards. It's a very unique building, and you have to really appreciate it by going inside. If you drive by it, you have put it on your bucket list and thought, I need to go in there someday. But you guys are open quite a bit. Tell us your hours.
We're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's our regular hours. And then when we have events like the first Saturday of every month, we have our Art After Dark. Then we're open until 8:30. So that's a fun event as well. It's the first Saturday of every month. Coincides with Downtown's first Friday as their main event. So it's a whole weekend of fun. And we have glass blowing demonstrations the first Saturday of every month, as well as there's art shows, there's live music.
So if people are curious and they see the open flag outside of the building, they should come on in. And I'm sure that you guys have folks that'll tell them what classes are coming up and what events you guys have.
Yes, we have come inside. We have flyers. We'll keep your time busy. We'll show you everything.
Well, I've had people tell me that they thought that they had to have a membership or they weren't sure if they were allowed to come in. So that's one of the things I wanted to make clear today was that the public is very much welcome to be a part of the Lost Pines Arts Center.
Absolutely.
I know that you guys have a artist league, right?
Yes.
That people can become a member of as well. I know when I first moved here, I joined the league, so I was really excited about that. So do you guys have regular meetings for that, or can you tell everybody how that kind of works?
Yes, we do. The Art Center is run by the Lost Pines Art League. So we actually have several full-time staff members, but we have 200 volunteer members. And they're anybody that appreciates creativity or art. You don't have to be an artist to be a member. We have meetings on the third Sunday of every month. And that's where we do talks, demonstrations, social gatherings.
Wonderful. And I know too that you guys have rooms that you lease out for events, because I've, being the GM at the Hilton, the Hampton here, I've called you guys when I didn't have room in my banquet room and booked things with you guys.
And we do
So,
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my pleasure. We always want to keep everything here in Bastrop, or in Bastrop County if we can. But can you tell us a little bit about that? Because you have some really nice facilities that people can lease out as well.
We have a variety of rooms, different sizes. We can have small gatherings, whether it's a bridal shower or adoption ceremony, all the way up to we've had parties and receptions, and so all kinds of things are available. We've got beautiful artwork, so instead of being in a closed off room,
right, you're in
you
this
get to-
beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely a bonus right there. It is some beautiful, beautiful stuff that you have there.
And you've got some big changes coming this fall.
Yes, we do. This fall, so if you come into the building now, you'll notice that that we have some of the upstairs shops that have changed out a little bit. The Art Institute of Austin is leaving their Austin location and relocating to Bastrop, so they're going to be one of our major tenants. So we're excited to have this partnership, being able to have this art school with this art, league. And we're discussing different shows, different events, internship programs. So we're excited to see how it plays out.
It's an exciting time for Bastrop as a whole. With the Art Institute coming, they'll be at the building at 921 Main that the Bastrop Economic Development Corporation is building. So there'll be some classrooms there, and they'll be having their administration and some classes at the Art Center as well. It's truly a match made in heaven, and I know, I'm sure there'll be, I think someone told me you described it as having a roommate in college, and you just have to figure out how to share the refrigerator together. But what I like about it is making full use of the building and making sure that we leverage all the opportunities. And I think the teachers with the students and some of the projects, it's just such a great opportunity for all the folks involved.
And we have a lot of people that are very excited to see it. We have some of the faculty from Austin and some of the students coming out to see their new space. Very excited to see Bastrop. It's I had it described as it's a lot more fun than I expected it to be. So it's like, great, come on out.
Well, that's what this whole episode and what our series of In the Heart of Bastrop, what it's all about is
Absolutely.
making sure that there's some, in art terms, there's some hidden gems, and we're trying to make sure that people have access to all of those.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate you coming out. Can you one more time give us the date for the art immersion and then the date for the gala?
The art immersion is March 19th through 21st, and the Artful Afternoon Gala is April 19th.
Perfect. Well, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being our guest. We really do appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Patricia. So great to see you again.
Well, Connie, what a great episode. We found out some really interesting things.
We always have enjoyed our guests.
Absolutely. So I want to tell you guys about some events that are coming up this week in Bastrop. So March 12th, there's going to be from 9 to 1 at the Smithville Rec Center. There's a job fair. So if you're looking for a job, you know where to go. I think it's at 106 Royston over in Smithville. So there's, an idea for you guys. And then on March 14th and 15th, they're having the Real Gun Show, and that's going to be at the Bastrop Bastrop Convention Center, and I believe admission's around $8. So that should be a lot of fun. I know that kids 12 and under are free, so if you're looking for something to do and just drag the kids along, I think that would be a great idea.
There's always a huge attendance at those gun shows,
Yeah,
so I know
really
a lot of
interesting.
people enjoy
Stuff
that.
for the ladies too. There's not all just guns. I know they have a lot of really interesting vendors. I think I bought me the most beautiful purse I owned before it floated off in Hurricane Harvey, but I bought it at a gun show and it was beautiful. So that's, some interesting things there. If you ladies get drug out to the gun show, then at least there'll be something there for you.
Well, and speaking of interesting things, our guests for next week, we have two special guests. One is about our dinosaur park. There are people who live in Bastrop that have not been out to the dinosaur park.
Can you imagine?
So we'll have everything about the dinosaur park next week, and we will also have Maria Montoya Hohenstein, and she's with all the artists that are at Bridges Emporium. They do some fantastic work. Some of
Yes,
them
they do.
donated just this recently for the Empty Bowl project. So you've
Nice.
seen their work around town, and we'll get a chance to talk to Maria about the artists and the things they have going on.
Well, that sounds great. And I just wanted to say big O thanks to Michelle with Bastrop Photography, because she got me a bowl at the Empty Bowl project. I was in Las Vegas. I wasn't able to, and I was sad. So she got me a beautiful bowl, and I really do appreciate that. And I'm sure you went. Was that amazing?
I did, and it was hard to find a place to park at the convention center. They
That's
had
great.
a great response. I talked to Tricia yesterday. Luckily, I won one of the silent auction items.
Yay.
And just a great time had by all, because we know in the heart of Bastrop there's always something wonderful to do.
Always. So until next week.